So how do we take care of our teeth? Because we need those to last a lifetime. And I've got someone who can help. Dr. Jason Campbell, you are the owner and the general dentist with the Pro Solutions Dental Group family.
Yes,
Great to have you back with us.
Sandy, it's always a pleasure to be here. You know,
You
I
have
love
nice
spending
teeth.
the morning with, oh, thank you. Yeah, I can help anybody with that problem.
I know, never trust a dentist who doesn't have good teeth, right?
Exactly.
Anyway, so there's these acids and they can wreck our teeth. What kind of acids are you talking about? I mean, I didn't know I generally eat acids.
Yeah, you know, Sandy, the biggest culprits obviously are acids that can be produced by bacteria that live in your mouth. The acids that we consume in our food products, especially the things that we drink, coffee, tea, soda pop, things that we love.
Wow.
But the acid that I want to talk about today is one that oftentimes goes overlooked. It's digestive acids.
Oh.
So many people suffer with heartburn and acid reflux, and it becomes so commonplace, they don't realize the damage that it's creating to their teeth and to oral tissues.
So this brings that the acidic back up into the meat, where their teeth are then.
Yeah, it's a complicated system, but you got to realize that anything that changes or alters the pH of the body can ultimately affect saliva, it can affect oral environment, and acids ultimately eat the minerals out of your teeth, and that's really what's promoting tooth decay, failed dental restorations, and so it's really a big problem, and we need to not overlook it anymore in dentistry and in the medical industry.
So it's not okay if you're getting this this feeling. It's almost like a burp or something, isn't it? Kind of when you get that acid reflux.
Yeah, you know, sometimes people experience the symptoms of the burning sensation. Not everybody does. Sometimes it's silent, but we can definitely see its effects on the teeth. We know when we're dealing specifically with something that's digestive related, and it can be very problematic.
So what should I look for in my mouth that would cue me to the fact that I have like a digestive problem, acid problem?
You know, that the biggest patient that we recognize is that patient who does a great job with their oral care. They are seeing their dentist and their hygienist on a routine visit, yet every time they come, they continue to have tooth decay problems over and over and over. I hear so many people say, oh, I was born with genetically bad teeth, my mom and dad had it. Well, usually what translates over is that there's a history for systemic or digestive acids that are promoting that. And so no matter what you're doing with your home care, if you don't understand that that's a source and you're not contending to fight it, it's going to ultimately continue to have that outcome on your teeth.
Well, there's like some top problems, you know, with your teeth that are cause for tooth damage and loss even.
Absolutely.
Is this one of the big three?
Ultimately, there's, in my experience, there's three things that ultimately cause all dental issues. Jaw biomechanic issues and force problems. You know, your muscles generate a lot of energy, and that energy has to go somewhere.
Like if you grit your teeth, if your jaw's not working right?
Yeah, or even if your teeth don't line up properly, or if the balance of force isn't being distributed evenly throughout the teeth, it can trigger issues of tooth grinding, tooth clenching. Just the forces on the teeth can weaken them over time, flex them, crack them, break them. So that's one of the big culprits.
Okay.
The second biggest culprit is oral and systemic acid. And the third big culprit for creating tooth problems is oral and systemic inflammation. Acids are what cause tooth decay. Inflammation is what causes periodontal disease and periodontal bone loss. So if we can control these factors, force dynamics, acid in the mouth, and inflammation, we can essentially get rid of almost 99% of all the things that plague us dentally.
What symptoms are we seeing with this like biofunctional disorder thing?
Yeah.
I mean, how do we know we have this?
Let's do one thing. Let's jump back to the acid thing really fast.
Okay.
If you think about the way your digestive tract works, things don't get better over time. Things stop working more efficiently over time.
So you don't notice it, maybe?
Yeah, well, in our minds, we think that we're contending with an acid problem as though our body's overproducing acid. That's rarely the cause. Usually what happens is our body starts underproducing acid, the type of acid that digests our food.
To kind of protect your body?
No, it's just an act of nature. As we get older, our glands don't work quite as well. Certain things that we eat, drink, our health, it can all affect the way our body's producing acid. Usually when we're feeling acid reflux or heartburn, we're not contending with the acid that our body's producing. If we don't have enough digestive acid to break our food down, what happens is the food sits in your stomach and it ferments. And it's the fermentable acids that we're starting to feel. Pyruvic acid and sulfuric acid rather than hydrochloric acid, which is the one that digests our meals.
Oh my gosh.
So when we start to experience that, it can ultimately change the pH of your saliva, can change the pH of your mouth, and then we're dealing with a situation where we start to lose the minerals in our teeth. So the trend is to think that we're treating overproduction of acid. What we're really feeling are fermentable acids, and when we're using antacids, when we're using proton pump inhibitors like omeprazole, we're trying to stop the production of that acid or neutralize it. It helps, but in the long run, it's going to make problems worse. The worse the digestive problem gets, the less we absorb our food, the more deficient we become, we don't heal as well, and ultimately the effect of the acid can be so costly to people over time. It just is tremendously expensive.
Well, we have some horrible before and after pictures that, I hope they've been rolling because you kind of see what happens, a healthy mouth versus a not healthy mouth.
Yeah.
So when you treat these, you have objectives in terms of fixing all those problems.
100%. Ultimately, if we want to help people, we have to do a couple of things. We have to neutralize the mouth. We have great products out there that help us, and one of the best kept secrets out there, you think of these product lines, there's so many products in toothpaste.
Yeah.
Bottom line for me, the only thing that I'm looking for is fluoride because it kills the bacteria that causes tooth decay.
So watch that.
Yep, and baking soda.
You shouldn't have baking soda in it?
In your toothpaste products. If acid is the only thing that'll cause a cavity, don't we want to neutralize those acids?
Yes.
So find a toothpaste product.
So you want baking soda and you want fluoride.
Absolutely. And then the last secret.
Yeah.
When you brush, don't rinse too soon. Give the product a chance to work before you rinse it.
Percolate a little bit.
Spit out the foam, but let the product work
Okay,
in
well,
your
and
mouth.
we have a free community seminar going on, and this is in February, so we're going to talk more about that next time. But wow, great information. Thank you so much,
Great to
Dr.
be here
Jason
this morning.
Campbell, Pro Solutions Dental Group family. All right, don't go away. We'll be right back on Sandy and Friends.